Hello, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria, and this is part 2 of the Tele Workshop series that we're going to be discussing today. What you're looking at right now is my web page that I showed you at part 1, and I think it's very, very important for you to have a spectacular web page. You're going to be attracting different individuals from all over the world. It's amazing how many emails I get from people that find out about me through Google, and they'll type in a topic, or they'll also go to YouTube. At least once a week I have an individual that comes to us because of YouTube, and it's from all over the world, which I'm scrolling down to right now. And isn't it awesome the way that that keeps on changing? This is the front page of druglessdoctor.com, and I have the mouse up here to the right with drugless doctor videos, health products, specials, a symptom survey form. We allow individuals to sign up for our e-tips. I'd encourage you to go to my blog every day, and there's information to find out on where I am speaking, or for me to come to a business or organization. What I just clicked on right now is the full screen of the Tele Workshops, and I know that this is also something that you're just going to want to look into. So this happens to be some current workshops that we're going to be working on. You have the whole year available for $99. We have one on thyroid, optimal health and detoxification, increasing energy, winning the pain game, preventing Alzheimer's and memory loss, herbs for life, a healthy body for optimal weight, balancing male and female hormones, what do your body signals tell you, cancer prevention, anti-aging, and natural protocols for anxiety. So it's really important is that these are available for $12.95 each retail, or they can buy a whole year for $99. So how to conduct a seminar. First, congratulations on your decision to create and conduct a Tele Workshop. I think this step you're going to understand, we're going to focus on the details of making the event happen for you. First, you need to consider the day in the week, the time of the day, and what day you will repeat the event on. Now, the reason I bring this up is you don't want to do a Tele Workshop one time. You want this to crescendo. You want this to escalate. You want this to be big. So you want these people to have the day that's going to be the best for them and for you. You want to decide how often you're going to host your event, so you become a host of an event. I would suggest at least one time per month. I know there are some companies that have free weekly educational company conference calls, and for myself personally, I think it's a time issue for people to do it every week. It may be a bit boring. It can be demanding on people's schedules. You may choose to host a call a week for a whole month. You get to write the rules. So let's just say every week for 1 month, you have a topic. It's going to be bang, bang, bang. You're going to do 1 hour for 4 weeks in a row. You could do whatever you want. I have chosen to have a 1 hour topic about once a month. I have chosen the third Monday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The reason I've chose 9 p.m. Eastern is because I'll have people from the Pacific Coast that'll be able to get on at 6 o'clock, most of them right after or before they'll be eating dinner. One of the first items that you're going to need to get is a trunk, or a set of lines for people to call in on, and a PIN code. Now, I use Sparks Communication. I'm not saying you have to use them. They charge me $50 for 100 open ports. I pay monthly. I did not sign a long-term contract. Once a month I contact them. You have the number right there. It's 1-800-799-8223. You can call them. You could go to Google. There are other companies that do conference calls. You may have a friend that you might be able to share time with. But I would suggest you might want to shop around. Change the PIN code every month. You're going to get a host code and a guest code. You're going to call in on the host code. That's going to give you the ability to mute. You want to be able to mute all the listeners so you don't get feedback from people clanging dishes and dogs barking and babies crying. Let me tell you, it's amazing what people will listen to you when they're on a conference call before you mute it. My call starts promptly at 9. I usually go on about 2 minutes before 9. I have conversation with people. I thank them for coming on. And then at the end of the program, I always go back on and once again thanking them for being there. Always have the ability to mute the call. Now, you can find out how many people are listening. That means you're going to know at the end of the evening, you're going to pay extra for that, how many people are listening to the actual call. Now, I have found that when you have people sign up, they're not always going to listen. Even though they paid for it, they might not listen to the program. Now, as I mentioned to you, I've chosen the third Monday of every month for my continuous, and I bolded that for you, ongoing tele-workshops. I figured if I'm going to put the energy into these tele-workshops, I'd like these to be an ongoing program. Now, as I've mentioned here, I chose the date for many reasons. It's the beginning of the week, and often people will have a lot of things scheduled during the middle of the week, so we just did not want to have a middle of the week commitment. We wanted to have it on Monday when they began their week. Seems to be there's a little bit less conflict with other weekly commitments, especially individuals that may have a service that they go to on Wednesday evenings. There's a lot of reasons that people have different times, and I'm not saying Monday's the best. It just worked out for us, and we have never had anybody say, can you have it on any other evening? I would never do one on a Friday. When you do one on a Friday, people are not always going to be home, and they're going to be traveling a lot. But that does not mean that they can't listen on this. They can. The glory of a conference call, it's a teleconference call, the glory of it is they don't have to have access to a computer. See, webinars, you have to still have a computer and a phone line. With this, if you send them the exact right outline, that outline is going to answer a lot of their questions for them. So you need to decide what the best is for you and your audience. So how do people pay? Well, we have our clients pay primarily online. You notice I had a shopping cart back there. When I have individuals, I always tell them that it's easier to go online because it saves you paperwork. So you would do best to use the internet so you're not using your precious time talking on the phone. That means that people can literally sign up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You do not have to have a service person answering the phone. You want your guests to pay in advance. Your goal is to get as many year program commitments that you possibly can. That's an awesome way to go. You can have them pay by check when you're out in the community. So if I go somewhere and we happen to be someplace and we're in the community, we will have them give us a check. You want long term. Your most effective time use is online registration. Now, just as a side note, and I showed you the brochure, and you can go to my webpage, druglessdoctor.com. We have a registration form that's available that we take, that's a piece of paper that we have the people fill out so we know exactly all their details. Because see, we're sending them their outlines on the internet. So we don't send outlines in the mail to people. Everything is via the internet. That's a very important point for you, because we are living in an internet society today, and those that happen to be the people that we're trying to attract. Create an outline for your event. I usually send out 10 or so double-spaced pages. I create information that is relevant to the topic. The data itself comes from my daily experiences or what I've read recently or a current topic. Now, I always am adding new information. So we're on year 2 of our tele workshops. We have repeat clients that are coming in right now. So that's significant to us. We gave them an opportunity to re-sign at a huge savings for year 2. It's much easier to attract somebody year 2 than always trying to go after new people. Copy and paste what you've created on your outline and place it on your desktop. I then create a copy of a fill-in-the-blank outline delivered to the clients when you speak. So you save the master that you're going to print and use as you're speaking the night of the event. So what's really as important is you're going to create this massive outline you're going to use yourself, copy and paste it, put it on your desktop, and make blank spaces so that people have fill-in-the-blank as you're delivering your topic. You're going to deliver nuggets to the attendees as they listen, and they're going to be writing in the blanks. You'll also be providing information for them spontaneously as you speak, and you're going to be telling them to write in the margins. And you can actually tell them to write